Welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. My name's Mark, and today we're going to head out and check out the yard because of all this rain we've been having. So I wanted to get an idea on how much we're flooding and what to expect. Well, this is the back of the pond area where the water comes from with water runoff. And we've put this pipe in, which is now pretty full. And this is a pipe that draws water into the pond, which is pretty much filling its banks. Right at the bottom there at the lighthouse, you can see the water is right up to the bottom. And then all across the edge, right back to the floodway that we have that goes to the front ditch. So I want to make sure that's draining out properly at the front. So making my way up to the animal enclosure, it looks like, what is that? That looks like Willow hanging out just at the door, wondering where all this water's come from. So Sheldon's pen is all completely washed out. And probably the corner of the shelter has probably got some water in it there in the corner. And this is the swale. And the ducks are loving it. And it's completely overflowed. Probably just a couple inches actually below the bridge. So it should be flowing out. So we'll continue our trek up front to see. Well, the rabbit and duck shelter is dry, so that looks good. So of course we're covered by this shelter, and this is some higher ground, so this is great. The rabbits are doing great in here, right? Yes, it's raining outside. You guys are nice and dry in here. So we'll see how the front is doing. We've got some water flowing up here. And it's supposed to continue raining all night. So the horse shelter is up pretty high here, but of course that needs to be cleaned out because it is actually pretty low. But because it needs cleaned out, it looks like it's pretty dry. Oh, there's Billy. Hi, Billy. Yeah, you guys are pretty high in here. Now that back corner's a little low, but you guys are doing all right. Daisy, you look pretty, pretty rough. She's shedding, and she's shedding hard. Hey, Daisy. Wow, look at your hair. It's just all coming out. Yeah, so that's her winter coat that's coming here. Wet. Oh, stay out of the rain. And the other ones are over in the other shelter there. But the general area here looks higher, which is good. Of course, you know, there are some low spots over there. All right, so now that I'm up in this pen, we will have a peek and see what the trench is doing here. Okay, so that's the trench coming from the back area, and it runs underground here through a culvert. And of course we can't see anything there, but we can see up front, it looks like the water is a little higher. All right, so I'm up here at the highway on the other side of the electric fence. You can see that high water there. And then it comes down here underneath the electric fence. There's snow on top, but there's water, of course, flowing underneath. Now, the way the property is, it's kind of like a dish or a saucer. So we don't have a whole lot of water coming out of here, but it is actually flowing out. You know, I made a little path here, and you can see how there is water flowing out. Not very fast, but it is flowing out into the ditch. Which is fairly shallow here. You can see how it's high up on the highway, and then of course quite a bit lower on the property line. So the property kind of raises up from the center higher to the outside, and then the ditch. So it is coming out, so I may grab a shovel and just see if I can take a peek in here. I guess human nature to play around with running water to make water flow out of your property. So it's now the next day, it's Sunday. So overnight, there's been all kinds of different flooding. It rained throughout the night. Today, it's kind of snow, very windy, and from posts on social media, it looks like there's been roads in the area that have been washed out, so they've closed some roads. In the city and around the city, there's quite a bit of flooding going on. So we didn't do too bad out here. You can see where the debris field is. So the water came up to this area here overnight and then kind of sucked back in. It went right across the driveway. It was completely flooded. It was actually up to the second board on the bottom of that fence there. So it looks like it's sucking back in, which is good. So I'm just going to go up to the front and see how that water is flowing up there. Hey, Carl, are you staying inside? Good job. Well, what are you two doing? Running around likely. So they've got a little bit of water over there, so it's gone down slightly. It looks like Billy's just stretching, coming out of his little house. Oh, they're gonna follow me. You guys coming? All right, come on. Let's go on a walkabout here. So the trench looks like it's a little slushy on top. So I don't know how good the water's flowing through, because it's kind of flowing through snow. I dug this out yesterday. You can see the culvert right there. Can you see the culvert? Look at how dirty you are. Oh, girl. Oh, boy. I don't know, these kids, eh? And then the trench comes up to the front highway here. Whoa! And that wind is something else. All right, so I'm up here at the highway, and I did clear this area out. So it was flowing pretty good yesterday when I did dig it out, but it seems to have stopped. There's not a whole lot of water in the ditch, but this area here, this is basically the height of the water that's in the back. So as I said yesterday, the property over by the pond is basically the water level is pretty much the water level it is here. So it's kind of a saucer. So I guess that's probably it. It is sucking into the ground. It'll likely suck back in over the next couple days. It's supposed to warm up for next weekend, 12 degrees Celsius, yay. And yeah, no, that's what it looks like out here. What are you two doing? Oh, these two, they're like little kids. What are you two doing? So if you don't know, Levi, the one in the front, is the dad to Meadow here in the back. So Meadow was born here on the farm. We had a couple ponies come in, and one of them was pregnant. So we had 3 of them. Levi came in with a couple girls. Looks like it's hay time.
Which hay has she got?
Hey Daisy, what do you got for hay? Doesn't look like you have much in here. Now, we'll need to throw some hay in there.
She's gonna
too.
shed like...
Yeah, she is shedding.
I keep pulling chunks off of her.
Yeah, she's gonna need a good brushing once this is all over. How are you faring? What?
Right, Daddy.
Oh, jeez.
They drank that water.
Oh, boy. What are you doing, silly boy? Yeah, you whack the building, you whack your humans. He wants to play. All right. Looks like they're in now because there's hay in there. Stay out of the rain, you two. Oh, coming back into the shelter. This is nice. It's nice and dry. Look at all the smart Muscovies. It's the Muscovies that think there's too much water. Pekin ducks and rowan and all the other breeds we have here, they'll hang out in the water forever, essentially. At least these guys are smart. How did you get over on that side? Why are you guys over there? Like, that's the rabbit area. And of course the gate over on the side needs to be kind of dug out.
Not bad if you.
So they can get out. It's just they choose not to. I guess they like to hang with the rabbits. Ah.
Boys can't get in there.
No, yeah, the boys are too big and clunky. Oh, speaking of a boy. Look at these guys. See, there's a pekin and a couple ducks over there. The water has gone down slightly, so that you can see there. So it looks like it's gone down a couple inches anyway from just underneath the bridge. All right, so now the other Muscovies are starting to come out and chat it up. Okay. Looks like these guys have just finished eating.
Get out!
Tiana's yelling at them to get out now.
The entire swarm came in as I opened the door.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what happens when you kind of do it
They were going over here.
without any security.
They ran in and they're stealing the
Oh, the
rabbits
pigs
from
are
the
in.
hole the floor. Come on,
I fed them there.
Well, the pigs weren't coming in for some time, but now I guess they are. So yeah, feeding time, Sunday night. Everybody's got their food, everybody's in, and they're not going out. When will spring ever arrive? All right, well, it's that's it. It's hopefully that's it. So that is it, actually, for this video. I just wanted to give you an update as to the water situation here. I had just recently posted the last video, so if you haven't seen that, you can go and have a peek at that. 3 new lambs came in. So they were found out in this weather. Well, the dogs are barking at something. Anyway, until next video, I hope you all have a great week, and we'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.